Parents, listen to me. If your child is being bullied right now, or has been bullied, or in the future could possibly be bullied, you guys need to listen to me. I have recently transitioned and made my life's mission to help children who are being bullied. And the biggest challenge, the hardest obstacle to overcome is not the child's fear of the bully or fear of being unable to defend themselves or fear of an altercation. Their biggest fear is of you. They're afraid of the repercussions, the consequences of defending themselves. They're afraid of your punishment, your not supporting them because you preach pacifism, because you teach turn the other cheek, ignore them and walk away. I have a scar, and it may be hard to see now, I'll give you that, but it's been a couple of decades and countless surgeries to fix it. But I have a scar here to remind me what happens when you turn your back on a bully, or turn the other cheek, or turn and walk away. As a 14-year-old child, an 18-year-old man attacked me from behind, strangled me to unconsciousness, and then banged my head into the hood of a car over and over and over again. Worst part, all of my friends, all of the bystanders, they stood there and did nothing. Nothing. Now, whether they were afraid or just in shock, I don't know. But I never had felt so alone. As a parent, you have to trust your child, and you have to support your child in defending themselves if they are attacked. And turning your back and walking away from an aggressive bully or an aggressive person is the stupidest thing you could do. The laws of nature usually have more wisdom than the laws of man. And we have become this weird society, this emasculated society where it's all about being a wussy and just, peace, love, and happiness. And if you give the bully a hug, give him a hug and everything will be fine. That's not how it works. And here's how it works in nature. I want you to imagine a dog that chases down a squirrel, bites it and tears it to shreds. Why? Because it's smaller and weaker and can't fight back. Now I want you to imagine a dog that chases down a porcupine the same size as that squirrel. But when he bites into that tiny little animal that looks like a squirrel and gets a mouth full of quills and pain, the dog retreats. And he'll never bite a porcupine again, because bullying the porcupine was an unpleasant experience for him. Bully psychology works like this. A bully gets joy. He finds pleasure in bullying people, which means if you ignore them, you continue to just let them do it. And often, most of the time, bullies are actually bullying one victim in order to terrify the rest of the culture, the rest of the class, or the rest of the whoever. It's his way of getting dominance over everyone. I'll bully someone helpless who won't fight back, and that will make all of the other kids afraid of me. And since all of the kids will be afraid of me, they'll pretend to be my friend, and now I'm the alpha leader. At a minimum, you have to support and teach your child to be a porcupine and to be an absolutely unpleasant experience for a bully to mess with. Sure, some of that's psychological, some of it is emotional. But if you are telling your child to turn and walk away when he's surrounded by 10 older kids in a locker room, how's he going to get away from that? Where's he going to go? And then you're going to say, well, let's tell the teacher. What we're supposed to do is we're going to tell the teacher. The teacher, the principal, these authority figures, they can't be there all the time. They're not monitoring all the hallways. They're not monitoring, the bathrooms. But even more importantly, they're not monitoring the walk or the bike ride to school and the walk or the bike ride home. So all the bully's going to do if you tell the teacher or you tell the principal is the bully's going to get extra pissed and set you up for an ambush and make that child punish them, hurt them even more during a time when no adults can be there to tattletale and save them. Further, making pain and fear in your own child, who now is terrified to tell anyone. If your child is being bullied, most likely even they are, but even if they haven't told you, if you have any inkling that your child might be being bullied, then I promise you it is 100 times worse than whatever they've said. In the laws of nature, does the squirrel, how does that go for the squirrel when the dog attacks the squirrel? Is pacifism and turning the other cheek a good idea? No. The only way you can walk away from that unscathed is to be a porcupine or a bigger dog or a meaner dog. Please start supporting your children in the defense of their own health, safety, likelihood. Tell them you will love them, you will support them, and if someone picks on them and they stand up for themselves, that if they ever initiate, if they ever become a bully, if they're ever the aggressor, if they ever hurt someone or bully someone, you would give them all kinds of punishment. But if someone is messing with them, you need to tell them, don't worry about what happens to you at school. Don't worry about what happens to you anywhere. You defend yourself. You do what you have to do. And when you come home to us, we will always love you, support you, and protect you. And we will be behind you. You will not be punished here. And actually, you'll be rewarded for standing up for yourself here. Not for bullying someone else, not for attacking. But if you face down somebody trying to pick on you, you will be rewarded. And before you say, what if they get suspended or they get whatever happens? I was suspended. Listen, I don't know. I'm old, all right? Not once in my grown-up life, not once, has any job, employer, business person, or anything that had to do with professionalism or making money, not once has anyone asked me for my 8th grade report card and seen the Fs I got when I got suspended for deleting or for defending myself. It's silly. Support your children. Teach them how to defend themselves. And if you don't know, that's no problem. Send them to someone who does. And support them. They're more afraid of you and what you will do to them if they don't turn the other cheek. Then they're afraid of the bully most of the time.